and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be reacting to some of your unpopular opinions that you so kindly put on my Instagram stories as well as my community page, and y'all did not hold back. So just wanted to say, you know, everyone's opinion is valid. I may or may not disagree. I'm definitely not offended though. So let's hop right into it. I do have some newer products as well as some not so new products to kind of use, and I thought this would be a good kind of video. So I do have, in case anyone's interested in these products, as well as my reactions to your unpopular opinions. But this is the new ABH highlighter, and then the blush, the cream highlighter and blush, and I gotta say I'm a little like, why are these exactly the same? They're two different products. I don't really exactly love that because it's kind of hard to tell them apart. You're gonna have to go and read. Like, I just feel like there could have been a little bit of distinction between them. I'm going to be using just this like sample size of Sephora collection Best Skin Ever Longwear foundation. That would be fun to just try something new. I'm going to be using the Lethal liners, which those are a mixture of not new and new. And then I'm probably going to be dipping into some Terra eyeshadows that I have in here. These are like, I think 4 of these are duochromes and the other are just like regular shimmers, but they're so shiny. So shiny. I did use one semi-recently and it was absolutely stunning, but I think I'm going to do something like that. So first I'm going to be also applying the Becca Light Shifter Dewing Tint. Why did I not think that is doing a word? And then the, what is this called? Light Shifter Finishing Veil. And this is just what that looks like. It's pretty hard pressed. It actually reminds me of the Chantecaille, like the way that it's pressed in there. Would be an interesting comparison. But those I got sent from Octoly. I did apply for these. I know Becca's going out of business, but I was like, let me just try it because everyone's been talking about it. So let's start off with some of your questions. I'm gonna go to my screenshot from my IG stories first. There are a couple of things that were kind of said multiple times in different ways, so I'm just gonna kind of mush all those together. Hopefully you don't mind that. So the first one I see here is Pat McGrath palettes are overhyped. I feel like it's just such a matter of preference and what you like. I think that the shimmers were pretty like innovative for a mainstream brand, kind of back when they came out for sure. I was just starting to get into indie when I found out about Pat McGrath products. But I think that, I mean, again, it's just really about what you prefer, but I would say I would agree. I would probably only be buying, if I like really wanted something, I would probably mostly, if it was like the Mothership palette, I would probably just buy it on sale or something. But I guess I would agree with that one. So I put that on, and that is literally zero coverage. And I'm going to just cancel out some redness on this pimple down here. I'm going to be using the Pro Conceal from LA Girl thing. And just gonna dab it on. I have a little bit here. I don't really know if that's gonna do much. A little bit here and a little bit here. I don't always do it, but sometimes I'll do it if I already have like a larger spot on my face. I'll just do it. So I'm gonna let that sit, and I'm gonna answer another question. There is such a thing as too much makeup, no matter how creative you are with it. I feel like the way I view it is, I think there is such a thing as too much makeup in terms of it looking like cakey. But I don't really think that there is such a thing as too much makeup in terms of like creativity wise. Like, I feel like people need to be able to appreciate makeup as a creative outlet and not just like a everyday type of thing or just natural makeup. And I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that natural makeup has been very, very popular recently. You know, dewy skin and just no makeup look type of thing. But also, creative makeup is not meant to be that. It's supposed to just be creative makeup. And so it's just like really, obviously, a personal opinion on that, but I would disagree with that. And then we have Natasha Denona shimmers are horrible. I strongly disagree, but I haven't actually used my Natasha Denona palettes in a while, so I'm planning on dipping back into those because I wonder like how I'm going to feel about them now after like the mass amount of single eyeshadows from indie brands that have come into my life since the last time I used the Natasha Denona palettes. So definitely need to dip back into them, but I don't think that they're horrible. I don't think that they're the best either. Next, I'm using the Soft Matte Concealer from NARS in Affogato. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. And this is all thanks to Michaela. She put me on this. I watched that one TikTok from her from like a while ago, and I was like, okay, I'm buying it. And then next question, black-based multi-chrobes aren't that nice. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the video. Just kidding. But again, I love my black-based multi-chromes, but I have quite a bit of an appreciation for non-black-based multi-chromes as of lately, probably within the last like year, I would say. I used to only really love the black-based multi-chromes, but I think they're really fun either way. But how dare you? Anyways, I'm gonna go in with this Perfect Skin Foundation from Sephora. I got this sample. I'm gonna use the sample 10N. I think seems like it would be the closest one. I don't know if it really smells. I don't know how much to put on, so I should stop here. I should really stop here. Okay, I'm just going to use a sponge. Next question. Pat McGrath isn't all that. That was a similar question to someone else's. And then, I'm not a huge fan of graphic liner looks. Same kind of. I love them and I appreciate them. I don't really do them, even though I bought so many water activated liners that I would do them. It's just like having hooded eyes, not saying you can't do it. You definitely can do it. But it's just not the same as somebody who has like almond shaped eyes. And I feel like I've just kind of like given up on trying to do that. I really appreciate the people who can do those looks, and I think it looks amazing. But it's not really something that I see myself doing, but I can appreciate it. And then next question. Okay, I need to slow down a little bit. I feel like I'm getting down to already almost finishing after the questions. This looks not like perfect skin. It's okay. I wish it was more dewy. And that's putting it over the... Well, I'm just adding more to the center of my nose. I think the shade match is actually pretty good. And it doesn't look too bad around my nose area. Not bad, but I do need to go back and conceal that pimple down there. I pretty much used all of that. So next I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Tantour. I don't really like this one. It's in the shade Fair. I don't really love it, but I use it like sparingly and it's fine. And I already have a dent in it because, I don't know, at some point I apparently liked it. But next unpopular opinion. Cream products are not for summer. Sweat is a natural glow. Definitely an unpopular opinion because yeah, I put too much. See, it looks like orange on my skin. I'm definitely a popular opinion because I don't think that's the whole point of cream face products like the glowy, because a lot of people actually use powder on top of the cream stuff. So I don't really think that I agree with that one. I personally use cream products for that, but I also use cream products because the way they just sit on the skin is different than powder products. No matter what kind of powder product, I have yet to try a powder product that melts into the skin the way a cream product does. So next I'm going to use the ABH Brow Freeze. Yeah. I decided to just get it because I was ordering the other stuff and I wanted to get free shipping and I was really curious about it. You want to make sure you use very little of this because it will get out of hand pretty quickly, and just the thing is you can feel it and it doesn't fully set, at least from the at least 5 times I've used this product by now. I like it because of this effect. Like, I like this look. Feather out, but bring them down so they're not just too unruly. But I do really like this effect. But they definitely don't dry down crusty, and right now I can feel it on my eyebrows that there's something there. So I'm gonna let that set a little bit. Next unpopular opinion, blush draping is the only way to use blush. I don't really think that that's an unpopular opinion because I love blush draping. I don't do it too often. but I would totally do it like softly if I was to go like to the office or like out in public. I don't really mind it, but I think it looks beautiful. I'm gonna do my mascara off camera because it's just impossible to do it for me on camera, and I'm gonna be using the Marc Jacobs like little mini size mascara. It's not really good, but I just use it to use it up because I'm gonna be putting lashes on anyway. I mean, it's not bad, but my lashes will not hold a curl with this thing on. Next one, this one actually I had quite a few similar ones about glitter and enjoying glitter. I actually really enjoy pressed glitters and will almost always use them if they're in a palette. And then I remember someone said on my community page that they actually wish that brands would keep putting glitters in palettes, and to that I say I feel attacked because no. I do not want that. Please, brands, stop. But I do realize that there's actually a lot of people who enjoy glitters. I feel like I'm surrounded by people who don't love them, but I do think it's pretty common for people to actually enjoy them. Oh, there's a lot of focusing happening. I'm actually using a different lens today to see if I enjoy this better, but I keep going out of focus. But we'll see. I feel like hopefully the footage won't be like really blurry. I don't think they even did anything. The thing is also with this kind of thing, if you get this on your skin, then like a liner will not, what a liner? A brow pen will not want to adhere to your skin because you have this like waxy thing on there. So that's the like only other downfall I would say probably would like set. Yeah, that didn't like really even show them any. Come on. Next for the concealer, I'm using the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer, and I'm just gonna use this to cover up this blemish just a little bit. And then under my... And so speaking of eyes, using translucent or setting powder under the eye does not stop creasing. I disagree, because if I don't use any sort of setting powder under my eyes, my mascara and everything will be a whole mess, so I have to. I think maybe you're just not using the right powder or concealer or the combo of the two. I don't agree with that one. Sorry. You know who you are. Sometimes I'll only do my eyes, brows, and skip everything else even without a mask. I don't know if that's necessarily an unpopular opinion, but I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I feel like if those times when my skin used to be really good, I used to actually do that too a lot. So I don't think that that's that unpopular. And then I love a bold eye and bold lip color. Yes, same. Love that. And that's one of the things that I always used to annoy me, was that whole thing was like, you shouldn't do that, you're gonna look like a clown. It's like, maybe that's what I'm going for. Maybe I want to look like a clown. Like, who cares? And so from Instagram stories, the last unpopular opinion is, I hate the opinion that women over 50 can't wear colorful and shimmery eye looks. Yes, for sure. I will be using multi-chromes until the day I die. I will probably be wearing my favorite multi-chrome in the casket. I'm just saying, like, nothing will stop me from wearing shiny sparkly eyeshadows forever and ever. Moving on to my community tab, let me tell you, there's some strong opinions on here. And I'm going in with Peachy Keen from Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I'm gonna use a brush for this. I think I used my fingers the last time I used this. Oh yeah, pigment. Okay, so next one. Foundation isn't really necessary. A lot of times in real life, you just look cakey and overdone when spot concealing and tapping out is all you need, and skipping steps is okay. And then there's just a lot more to that comment, but I don't think that that's an unpopular opinion. But I think a lot of people outside of the, beauty YouTube world probably do that. I don't think people are following these really old school rules in terms of when it comes to makeup necessarily. Next one, those who confine themselves to only high-end luxury makeup are missing out on so much. Yes, however, I think that people who love luxury high-end makeup. And then for the highlight, I'm going in with Pink Diamond. Also picking up just on the same brush, doesn't matter. I would say yes, they're missing out, but everyone's preference is different, and luxury makeup tends to be a lot more focused on enhancing beauty, I think, than maybe some indie makeup, if that's what you're kind of alluding to, that, you know, maybe specifically indie makeup is more exciting. But I do feel like everyone who's tried luxury makeup could also try some indie stuff or something else, because I think it would be good to just get a feel for a little bit of everything, you know. But yeah, I understand the appeal, because they have, I know that, like, for example, like Dior and stuff, people really just love the formulas, especially on like mature skin, so it doesn't accentuate skin texture, and you just got like more subtle, easy looks with those. I'm gonna prime with the BH Cosmetics Be Perfect Prime Eyeshadow Priming Base. Next comment, Milk Cosmetics is way overrated. The only thing consistent about their eyeshadow formula is they are routinely inconsistent. And then there's more to that comment, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people are kind of like about Melt Cosmetics. I feel like a lot of people have changed their, I really honestly don't even know if I've heard anybody who's just like, nope, I love everything. I love every single thing they've ever come out. This is my favorite brand. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone love all their stuff. Yeah, they're pretty inconsistent. Their shimmers, like, yeah, you can make them work and they're okay, but they're just like, they could be so much better, especially for that price. I don't want like a super sheer, like weird, like dry, patchy shimmer that I need to like use the glitter glue to get it to work. So I agree with that one. Indie makeup is way more appealing than high-end brands. High-end brands rarely carry chrome eyeshadows in their palettes. Yeah, but I don't think that multi-chromes are necessarily for everyone. I definitely think they're not really like general makeup consumer friendly, and I think that's a lot of the reason. And also, multi-chromes are very, very expensive pigments that are eye safe in particular. So I'm gonna set this a little bit with just some like random setting powder, because I like doing that with this primer. Next one, I don't use primer over skincare and sunblock. It's too much. I honestly feel like there's a lot of people don't like primer either. I'm not really a primer person. A lot of times I'll just use my sunscreen or a moisturizer as kind of like the primer, but it's not really a primer for longevity. I just feel like I've given up on primers, to be honest. Next one, big soap brows look crazy to me. A slightly upward brush is nice, but that huge feather brow is just smiley face. I feel attacked. I'm just saying, I feel a little attacked. There was actually a bunch of comments similar to this. I think another one said something about like filling in brows, and it's just like, well, maybe you don't have any spots in your brows that feel like empty, but like, for example, I have very sparse brows like over here, so I do like to just kind of brush in fake hair strokes to just make it feel more even. But I totally understand why people would fill in their brows. Okay, so apparently I didn't wash any of my liner brushes, so I'm just gonna be kind of winging it, literally. Next, unpopular opinion, I use my makeup way past expiry date as long as they aren't glowing. Well, yeah, definitely not glowing. Growing mold, smell fine, and perform well enough. I would agree with that. For sure. I pretty much go by that as well, especially like powder products I think are fine. By the way, I'm using the Analog gel liner from Lethal. Unfortunately, all my Lethal liners have pretty much dried up. I've had them for about 6 months, which is actually what it says on the bottom of them, that 6 months is their best, time used within. So actually, ironically, we're applying that as I'm talking about that unpopular opinion, but unfortunately, some products do only last. I'm gonna have to add some Duraline into this, which I tried with like an orange one of theirs like a couple weeks ago, and it didn't quite like work the best. So let's see if I can kind of make this work. Let me just mush it in there. I mean, it's gonna be annoying if I'm gonna have to keep doing that every time I want to use, but that definitely helped. And so I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do like a big wing with these liners, and then I'm going to layer the shimmers from Terra Moons over it. I think I need to bring it up a little higher. So yeah, I would only buy these, honestly, if you're planning on using them a lot, to make sure you get your money's worth, because I am now stuck with probably about like 6 different dry Lethal Cosmetics liners. Next one, the concept of everyday makeup being natural, boring. My neutral is hot pink. Yes, I think everyone has a different like go-to everyday look. Mine's definitely multi-chromes. It's gonna be interesting to see what I kind of gravitate towards now after a year of not going into the office, because I used to every day do something else. I was pretty good at rotating through my makeup collection, and just kind of woke up and was like, what do I feel like today? But I wonder if it's going to be different. I do have to start going back to work, into the office. I mean, well, I've been working, but I have to go back into the office come September, 3 days a week. You know, that's not bad, but I am definitely not too excited about it, because I am antisocial, and I've been really enjoying not having the commute. Hopefully, I won't have to, like, wind down on also doing videos for you guys. We'll see once I get into the swing of things when September comes. But yeah, I think everyone has a different, like, everyday go-to makeup look. Next one, I really hate how mainstream beauty gurus do their makeup. It's too much, but at the same time basic. They cake their faces with all the makeup products in the world for them. You know, stereotypical glam makeup. I don't think I see that as often as it used to be. I feel like that was, you know, a few years ago. I don't think it's as much anymore. I don't really watch, like, more popular beauty gurus, I guess. You know, the ones that have, like, millions or hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So I'm not really sure, but I just feel like from what I've seen on Instagram, especially, like, photos and stuff, I don't really see cakey makeup being, like, kind of in anymore. Okay, next one. There are no age limits to shimmery, shiny, sparklies. Yes, definitely agree with that. And I really hope that we'll be able to kind of get away from that a bit more. I think it's already happening. I don't think I'm going to be able to blend these two really, but it's fine because I'm putting a shimmer over it anyway. I don't think I'm going to put down a glitter primer because this is kind of sticky a little bit, just a little tacky. So I don't really think I want to add in a glitter glue. It's not too bad. Are they kind of even? This one definitely goes up higher. Okay, let me try to just quickly fix that. So for the outer, oh my god. Oh, it just got really hot in here. Okay, for the outer corner where the deeper blue is, I'm going to go in with Celestial from Terra. Moving on to some more questions. I don't get the fake freckle fad. If someone has natural freckles, that's fine, but they are technically sun damaged, and why would someone want to look sun damaged? I think some people have them naturally, I thought, and I know some people are more prone to it. I don't think they're always all damaged, but totally correct me. I'm sure you will correct me in the comments below, but as far as I know some people just already have them. So I'm not sure about that, but I don't really think that faux freckles are a bad thing. I mean, I have faux freckle products that I use. I don't use them often, but I think that people are getting away from, you know, seeing that maybe as like a bad thing. Back in, you know, who knows how many years ago, maybe people were getting bullied over it, but if anything, hopefully this will stop it from happening. So I kind of see it as like a positive thing of like turning it around, because I feel like that's just been happening a lot with like makeup in general. Is just like things that are kind of taboo around makeup that have happened because of like misogyny. So, you know, I feel like we're straying a lot from that kind of stuff. We have another one. Mine is definitely that I love pressed glitters. Definitely. Okay, this is Comet from Terra. I'm going to put that on this inner portion, on this blue. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's a little bit more purpley than I thought. I don't get this super blushed look that's so popular right now. It looks absolutely crazy to me. That is definitely an unpopular opinion. Honestly, if that's what makes a person feel beautiful and that's what they like, then like who cares what you think of it? I can't imagine like seeing somebody with a lot of blush and then also being like, oh my god, that looks crazy. That has nothing to do with what kind of person they are. I just feel like there's other things I would be worried about in terms of like people's views and morals and not blushes. So I don't really care about that at all. I like it. And if I'm gonna wear a lot of blush out in public and people are looking at me weird, won't really care because I'm not wearing makeup for other people. And they're just random people that I'm just passing by. And I got some blue eyeshadow down here. Unfortunately, that's stuck to my lovely cream products. Alright, I feel like this video is gonna be forever long, so I apologize ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna put on a little bit more highlighter to hopefully cover that that blue up. By the way, the brush on the back of these, if I can take it off, is trash. This is so bad. Like a doll brush. Like, it's so bad. Okay, now I'm going to have to add more highlighter on this side. Oh, I was going to set with the Becca backlight priming, whatever. Oh, I'm going to take this. Wait, a little ASMR. Yes. So let me just powder with this. This is definitely not like a setting powder. It's, I don't know, it's like a finishing powder, not really necessarily setting, like for longevity. Next on, false lashes are uncomfortable AF and unnecessary in real life unless you're going to be photographed. I don't wear them even like when I was going to the office. I absolutely couldn't stand them because I wear contacts and just like they'll end up like pushing down on your lid and that's pushing down on the contacts on in your eyes. So I didn't love that part of it, but I do appreciate them for like special occasions and for YouTube. Are they like one all be all type of thing that you need to put them on to like finish a look? Definitely not, but I mean, let's not pretend they don't add a little bit of extra oomph. Next up, I hate filters. Maybe not makeup related, but I mean, it's kind of makeup related. It's been a very like big topic recently, especially I feel like and just like seems like everybody is being called out for using some sort of filters. I think the thing is, like, again, like, I don't find anything wrong with, like, special filters for artistic purposes, for a certain kind of look that somebody is trying to accomplish that is really, oh, there's a hair. I would have hoped that setting my face a little bit would just avoid that, but apparently I need to check my brushes and make sure there's no bunny hair on them. So in that sense, I don't mind filters at all, but I don't think that filters should be a thing when somebody's advertising something, like literally selling something or getting paid to sell something. Then I think it's definitely deceiving. Another one that saying that I adore glitter. Expiration dates are a scam. Possibly. So next I'm going in with Spectre. I don't even think I said that originally. I'm just going to put it under my lower lash line. Connect it here. I actually didn't really wing this out, so let me wing this out. There we go. I think that's kind of as far as I'm going to bring it. Some brands are pushed just as much as high-end ones, and it can seem shady. Not you, the other influencers. I think that indies are very much pushed out for sure. There's definitely a lot of brands, but I think it has to do with the brands, the indie brands catching on and knowing and realizing that that's just the best way to get out there, to send stuff to influencers, and especially influencers that you know will feature your product and talk about it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but with any case, no matter who you're watching and no matter how much you love the person, including me, you should always take whatever that person has to say with a grain of salt. Always, always, always. Different sized spoons of salt. But I definitely think, like, no matter how much I love somebody, like, I'm always just going to be like, okay, but how does this apply to me? How do I think I would feel about it? And also just knowing, like, you don't need to buy everything and anything that everybody talks about and loves as well. I enjoy neutrals as well as color. Yes, both. Please. I love both so much. Okay, what should we do for an inner corner? I'm kind of feeling this, like, silver. I think this is the one I used recently, and it's absolutely amazing. Okay, I can't find my, like, regular inner corner brush, so I'm just going to use this Refer 26 brush, which is actually kind of chunky, but it's actually really nice for the inner corner. Wow, this is Moon Kissed from Terra Moons. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's not a multi-chrome, but, like, it's so shiny. It's so good. I love it. All right, the second to last thing I'm going to be doing besides my lips is lashes. after trying indie shiny shades, I have big regrets for even spending so much money on high-end shimmers. They aren't as great as what brands charge them for. That is definitely true. I 100% agree with that. I am not about the high-end shimmers really as much. I do love me some, like, you know, Anastasia and Pat McGrath, but for sure I see where you're coming from. Not enough people are willing to use try products in multiple ways. It doesn't have to be advertised that way as long as it's eye lip safe. Very true. I definitely agree with that one. There is no general category, color, pink, green, etc. that doesn't work for you. You just have to find the right tone and look to work with your coloring features. I would agree, because when I first started getting into makeup, my very first like neutral skin tone colored lipstick I had was like a dark magenta, and I felt so weird with it on, like when I first put it on, and then it became so normal to me. I used to always wear like red lips or some sort of like a bright lipstick, and that was back in college when I was just like, I think senior year. And it was actually to the point where there was one time I remember specifically, I didn't wear a red or like some kind of like darker grungy lipstick into a class, and the professor was like, I almost didn't recognize you without your lipstick. It was just so funny to me. I'm just known for my lipstick now, and I was totally fine with that. But it's really just about getting used to wearing that specific color, you know. Some people say this color doesn't, X, Y, and Z color doesn't look good on me, and it's like, no, I think everything looks good on you. I think it's just an opinion of yourself, and I think you just need to kind of get used to wearing the color and seeing it on yourself, you know, then you'll like it. Like, I'm just saying, try it out. By the way, the lashes I'm putting on are these Salon Perfect 694 lashes. I got a bunch of lashes from Walmart like a couple of months ago, and I need to use them. But these are a little like stiffer, and also this glue kind of sucks. This is the lash adhesive pen from, oh shoot, I don't know. I think it's Eyelure or something like that. This applicator is extremely stiff. Like, it's a whole nother level. It's like scratching my eyelid a bit. Okay, these are not really wanting to stick that great because they are a little bit stiff. All right, I'm gonna actually go in with Comet and put it under my lower lash line as I talk about this. Oh, and I find most of beauty gurus put way too much highlighter on. It looks crazy to me. I prefer something more glowy and subtle. Again, matter of preference. I feel like it depends on my mood that day. And there's definitely some times where I'm like, I don't want to put on a lot of highlighter. And then sometimes I really want to. And it just really depends on the type of highlighter you're using as well. For lipstick, I honestly have no idea what to pair with this. I'm just going to go in with Old Rose from Melt Cosmetics. It still smells really good. I'm actually really surprised. I feel like this doesn't really go. It's okay. I know y'all are going to judge me, but it's fine. Why I chose this shade is beyond me, but I don't feel like wiping it off and putting on a new one. So we'll do one last unpopular opinion. I hate when makeup gurus tap off their brush like a neurotic squirrel. Why aren't you swirling your brush in there knowing you're gonna pick up too much? Where the hell is all that loose powder pigment landing? Is the carpet room horrible? No, I mean, I don't think it's actually that much, and there's a lot of matte eyeshadows where I will literally just touch them and there will be a bunch of kick up. So I think it's always better safe than sorry. You can also like tap it off on the actual palette, like near the shade instead of away, but I don't think it's enough eyeshadow falling off the brush to actually get in the carpet. But that one was really funny. I would say let me zoom out, but I actually just moved further back away from the lens. So those are all the unpopular opinions you had to share with me. I'm definitely a little bit shocked, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. Thank you everyone so much for participating and leaving all your unpopular opinions. It's definitely been such a blast to read through them and then respond to them. This is the finished look. Let me know what you think. I don't think I'm loving these lashes. And I actually do kind of like this foundation. I think it looks pretty good. I feel like it's like kind of like melted into my skin by the time I finish this look. and talked about everything. So I kind of like it. I'm really curious to see how this would wear. But that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content uploading on my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.